Welcome to the Queens on Decks, where I interview female DJs from around the world. I am Michelle Miller, your host of the Royal Queens Rising podcast. We share our inspiring stories and secrets to our success. Hello, welcome. I'm Michelle Miller, DJ Renda, your host of the Queens on Deck show in the Royal Queens Rising podcast. Today, I have a very special guest. I will be interviewing DJ Sierra Jane. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me, Michelle. It's awesome.
Thank you for being on the show. So let's start out by telling us a little bit about you and how you got into DJing.
So it's actually a pretty crazy story. I was in Vietnam when I actually booked my DJ course. So I had all this money in my account, all this spending money that I'd saved up to spend in Vietnam. And I was on the internet and I just felt this pull towards this DJ course and I booked in to do it. And this was almost 10 years ago now. And it was $1,000 Australian dollars to do it. And I had this money in my account because I was in Vietnam and I was just on a holiday. And I thought, why not? Like, I'd saved all this money to spend in Vietnam. And I just thought I just felt this pull towards doing it. And I thought, why not? Let's go for it. And I did the course and it was phenomenal. So I was 21 at the time. My parents helped me save up to buy some decks and I bought my decks and I started practicing on them and I've still got them to this day. And just as I went along, it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And here I am. It's very exciting.
Wow. So was it like a childhood dream or was it just like all of a sudden the sign was there? You were like, DJ school. Okay, let's do this.
No, I was actually working in a pretty good job when I started DJing. So I was a flight attendant and I left flight attending to pursue DJing. I always loved music. I excelled in music in high school. I played the flute for 8 years and I did Australian Music Examination Board exams. So they're sort of the big exams you do to become a teacher. And I was 2 exams off becoming a flute teacher and decided after school I didn't want to do that. Yeah, I loved music and decided to give it a go. Thought it would be a bit of fun and it's turned into a massive business. So
wow, that's incredible. Did you have any idols or mentors or DJs that you looked up to?
I've always loved DJ Havana Brown. She's a big name in Australia. She's just phenomenal. So I've always loved her, but not really. I love Avicii. I've always looked up to Avicii.
Yeah. So how would you describe your style?
I am an open format DJ. My style is just cheesy. I love music. Don't get me wrong. I love music so much, but the joy I get from DJing is from how people react to the music. So seeing someone recognize that song and getting all their mates together and singing it together and just connecting through the music and bringing joy to the dance floor. Whenever I'm at a gig, I always get on the microphone, introduce myself and say, this dance floor is a safe space. It's a judgment-free zone. We're just going to go crazy. We're going to have fun. So I get joy out of bringing people joy and connecting through music. So I play a lot of cheesy, sort of very well-known songs, popular songs. But yeah, I can play anything. I'm open format.
I love it. I feel like as a female DJ for me, there's that level of sassy girl music that if a man was it'd be really, really awkward.
Yeah.
That's the benefit of being a female DJ. You can play that sexy, sassy music that the girls are gonna vibe to, but if it was a man playing it, there's some men would play it, but some men would be like, I don't know if I can play, girly songs. So
yeah, I agree.
That's so fun. I love that, announcing this is a safe place. I mean, one of my favorite quotes is free your mind on the dance floor, get lost in the music. It's a real thing, when you're in that moment dancing or DJing and the music just takes over and there's no worries, no stress.
Yeah.
Right there, that's the magic.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome.
Yes. So, are you playing private events, clubs, festivals? What's your main gigs?
Well, before coronavirus hit, I was going to have a massive year. It was going to be phenomenal. So my main bread and butter is probably weddings and a lot of private events, but I also have a few residencies at a few different clubs and pubs. I was pretty much fully booked for the whole year, and then coronavirus hit and now I'm not booked anymore. So it's super sad. But yeah, mainly I do a lot of private functions.
Hmm. Yeah, it seems to be kind of where the money's at.
Yeah, I just love it. I love it so much. And I like it because I find here at clubs, you do 1 hour, and by the time you've paid for your parking, gotten dressed, got ready, paid for a bit of alcohol, you spent all your money. But I like the private events because they're longer. They're like 5 hour long gigs. Yeah, I just prefer it.
Yeah, I definitely like the flexibility of being able to pick and choose what kind of events I want to do. I mean, I do a lot
Yeah.
of everything. Like weddings and private events are more of where my energy has gone the last couple of years, partially because the late nights are really hard. When I do a bar night, club night here, we only have like one bar, but when I do it, it's usually me the whole night. So for about a 4 hour set and then add setup and tear down and then you're getting home at 3 in the morning, and then you're
Yeah,
waking
it's
up to six
exhausting.
in the morning. It's a lot. It's a lot. So I feel you on the private events. So you said
Yeah.
for an hour. So like most club nights over there, is it just you just come in and do? Is there multiple DJs a night, and you come in and do?
Yeah, yeah, multiple DJs. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So the club and pubs I do, I'm lucky. I'm pretty much the only DJ, like you said, and I do the setup and the pack down as well. But yeah, there's some clubs here that have multiple DJs and they usually play for like an hour. So
Mm.
yeah, and I just prefer longer gigs.
Are the clubs over there 18 and over?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So, what has been going on for COVID for you? What is it like in Australia right now?
It's pretty nuts. We're in Melbourne. We're in stage 4 lockdown, which means we can only leave our house for 4 essential reasons. So one is to go grocery shopping. One is for work if it's essential. Gosh, I can't remember, but we're pretty much in like very strict lockdown here at the moment.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
So, are any DJ events allowed? Any gatherings? Are there
No,
gatherings,
nah,
small gatherings? Nothing. Well,
nah.
that's
I
surprising.
think you're allowed to go exercising with one other person outside of the house, but you've got a 1 hour maximum time limit. So yeah, it's really strict. I haven't been working since about March.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've only
yeah,
done
it's nuts.
a handful, a handful of gigs,
Mm, yeah.
virtually mostly. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Wow.
awesome.
So
That's good.
yeah, the virtual gigs, they're fun. You can definitely feel some vibes and energy doing them, but they're not the same and they have their own challenges like
Yeah,
internet connections
yeah.
and
Yeah,
technology and stuff.
I'm actually just joined Twitch. I've been on about a month now, and yeah, I feel you. It's crazy. It's so much fun, but yeah, it's so different to doing an in-person gig, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. I felt this year was going to be my best year yet. I was booking
Mm,
so fast. I'd like to stay hopeful that this still can be a really good year, 2020. We've
yeah.
got a couple more months and we'll see what kind of magic we can create.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I find with this time in lockdown, I'm actually learning so much about how to market myself online properly and reading new books. Yeah, just learning more about Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. So I've found it's actually been a really good year just
Yeah.
learning all this new stuff and filling my brain with all this online stuff that I thought I knew it all, but I didn't know it all at all.
Yeah, there's always something more to learn, and
Yeah.
trends change and social media changes. But so, if you don't mind sharing, what are some of the things that you have learned or that you have been implementing in your online marketing and branding?
Well, yesterday I actually recorded a channel trailer for my YouTube and for my Twitch. So that was one thing that I know it sounds silly, but I didn't even think of doing that. Actually having a channel trailer. So when people pop onto my YouTube page and they haven't subscribed to me, they see this channel trailer and it just explains what I'm about. Something like that. Also in my Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, I changed my little about me description. I made it a little bit shorter. I included some emojis in it, just to make it a little bit more fun, make it easy to read. I've also got a smart bio. So you probably have one as well. I think they're also known as Linktree, but a smart, it's that one link that you click and it just has a panel with all my different, so I've got like Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and when you click on the buttons, it goes straight to that page.
You know what? I just got mine too. Like this last month, I got
Nice.
my Linktree link, and I'm loving it because you're always like, "Hey, check out my podcast, check out my book, check out my
Yes.
book
Yeah.
page, check out my Twitch." Like, there's like, "Hey, let's get to know each other, support each other." So
Yes.
now there's that one link that you can check out everything I have to offer, and you have to offer. So
Exactly.
that's really awesome. Yeah, it's
Exactly. And it
important.
looks so pretty. I'm like, oh, it's just so nice and neat and pretty. Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. So for the video for YouTube, so is that the cover image for your YouTube channel? Is that a video?
It's a channel trailer. So it's actually a video that I've made and it's just me introducing myself, saying hello, thanks for popping by. And if you like what you're seeing, you can subscribe.
Love it. I love it. Do you have any other strategies for growing your subscribers on YouTube?
Not really. Just hang in there. Just hang in there. Keep at it. Keep persevering. It'll happen.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely something worth investing time and energy to if you don't have a
Yes,
YouTube channel
definitely.
yet. All you DJs watching, everybody listening, definitely something to focus on is getting your YouTube channel up and running. People love to see behind the scenes of your business and your life and DJing. So
Yeah. 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 Video is becoming massive.
oh yeah, I believe like video is the number one way to reach people and to
Yeah.
catch a vibe and let people know
Yeah.
about you and you know who you are and what you're about.
Yeah. 100%. Completely agree.
So do you have any events coming up? Any virtual events? Are you doing any live streams?
So I'm on Twitch. I live stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And I do them 9 p.m. to 11 p.m., but that's Australian Eastern Standard Time. So I think in America it's around 7 a.m. It's
Yeah.
very early. Yeah.
Wow, cool, cool. Very cool. How can we find you and connect with you online?
So I have a Facebook, a YouTube. I have all of the things, but the best way to connect with me is just to go to my website, which is www.sierrajane.com.
Awesome, wonderful. Do you have any advice for anybody listening that wants to start DJing or maybe has just started?
Yeah, sure. So my advice, I actually use CDJs and a mixer. I have CDJ 350s Pioneer and a DJM 800 Pioneer mixer. And my 350s, my CDJ 350s, I actually started on and I'm still using them to this day. So my advice, I'm not sure about worldwide, but I know in Australia, when you walk into a club, the sort of the decks of choice are the CDJ 2000 Nexus. However, I've walked into clubs that don't have the latest and greatest CDJs. They've got maybe the CDJ 350s, the CDJ 400s. My advice would be, as a USB and CD DJ, would be to learn how to beat match and learn your equipment. So, because I'm on the CDJ 350s, I find that if I walk into a club with CDJ 2000s Nexus, I'm like, oh, yes, I get to use the latest equipment. This is awesome. But I also find that if I walk into a club, a pub, a bar that has not the latest equipment, so has maybe the CDJ 350s or the CDJ 400s, I walk in, I go, yep, I can use this. I know how to use this equipment. So learn your equipment and learn to beat match without watching it on a computer. That would be my advice. Don't watch the sound waves on the computer. Maybe if you're using a computer, cover up those sound waves. If you're using like the CDJ 2000 Nexus, cover up those sound waves and learn to beat match with your ears. I found that's helped me phenomenally over the years. I'm very big on taking song requests. And so someone might come up to me and ask for a song. I'm not familiar with the song. I don't know the song because there's millions of songs out there and no song gets left behind. So I might not know the song and I'll play it. And because I've learned how to beat match with my ears, I can actually, when I'm listening to the song, I can tell what BPM it is and slow down or speed up my song that I want to mix in based on that other song. It takes time, but look at DJing not as, it is a talent, but it can also be learned. So look at DJing as learning a musical instrument. Anyone can do it. You've got to put the time and perseverance into it, but anyone can do it.
Thank you so much, Sierra, for being on the show. I really appreciate having you, and cheers to a successful 2020 and an even better.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. You too. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. And to any females, any males, any DJs out there, any aspiring DJs out there, go for it. Just do it. You can do it.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
Go to my website to claim your free gift, a digital copy of my best-selling book, How to Start a DJ Business. www.djrundat.com. Follow me on all social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch at DJ Rundat. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. To learn how you can book me or work with me, go to my website or email me at michelle@djrundat.com. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and leave a review.